Hi, welcome back to the Dylan Rounds case. Now, just before we continue, if you haven't already, make sure to check out my earlier video I uploaded today. It's me talking about how, why, and when I got involved with the Dylan Rounds case, explaining all of that. So if you're interested in that stuff, feel free to watch it. There will be a link down below in the pinned comments, okay? Now, today I want to share with you the new flyer or the new poster of Dylan Rounds. Brief little backstory behind it. Basically, a couple of days ago, when covering the update of Candice Cooley talking about the drone search, cooperating with the Diesel brothers, talking interviews and stuff like that, she also said, Candice, that we will be revealing the new flyer someday coming soon. And it was like, oh, I wonder what it looks like. I wonder what the details are. Can we compare, or is there any differences in information on it? Well, we can find out today in this video. I noticed on the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page, there is a picture of the new flyer. So let's check it out now and see what it's all about. Right, so here we are, and it was posted by Jazz or Yaz Girlson. Says reward increased to $200,000. Let's just read this bit here. A special thanks to Heavy D, Dave Sparks, and Diesel Brothers for matching the family funded reward. This brings the total reward to $200K for information directly leading to the safe return or arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for the disappearance of Dylan Rounds. So interesting how they've worded that, a bit more carefully worded, if you want to call it that. So basically, if there's information which leads to the safe return, what does that mean? The safe return of the suspect or the safe return of Dylan? Because how can it be a safe return if Dylan is no longer alive? What's safe about that? Or does it mean the suspect untouched, unharmed? If somebody comes across the suspect, don't beat them up, don't attack them or fatally wound them. Is that what it means? And it says, or arrest and conviction of the person. So basically, if you at least... So basically, if you find the suspect, to be honest, leave your thoughts down below, because sometimes it's kind of hard to wrap your head around the wordings. Is this reward money if you manage to find Dylan Rounds or his remains? Or is this reward money if you manage to find the suspect? Because the way it's worded here, it could be interpreted both ways. Okay, Jim Brenner, the supposed main suspect, has already been captured, is already in custody. So it's like, well, who else? I think they've worded it this way because they're taking into account what was recently said by Cade Palmer to do with the LE, Box Elder County, that they are considering there are other people, other potential suspects tied to the case. So I guess if anyone finds any other suspects, then you get the reward money. I assume it means that. What happens if you find one suspect, they get arrested, leads to a conviction, and you get the $200,000 reward money? What happens if then you come across another suspect and then another suspect, like if it was a group, but you did it at different times? Do you get 3 lots of $200,000 reward money? I don't know. Are people going to start exploiting it in some way? I'm not sure. So, it's one of those things as well, where it's trying to find a suspect or suspects, whether they are convicted or not. So people could still get the reward money, even if the suspects don't get sent down. It's probably not going to happen, but I've got a weird feeling that could it be done in such a way that if the police are kind of corrupt, let's just say, if they are kind of corrupt, and covering for certain suspects. And then whether it be the suspect themselves or another person that knows of them and maybe have connections with the police, is it all tied in some kind of triangular format where someone gets revealed, they get the 200,000 reward money, it doesn't lead to a possible conviction down the line because things get messed up or the Box Elder County step in when during the case, and then afterwards the reward money is shared out with the police or / and the other suspects. I don't know. Seems a bit far-fetched. I mean, all you can say is up to now, despite the $100,000 reward money, not much happened there, not much false leads or really anything coming out. So at 200,000, is anyone really going to bother? That's the thing. So yeah, let's carry on reading. It says, do the right thing. If you have any information surrounding the disappearance of Dylan Rounds, please reach out to the law enforcement. So when it says do the right thing, is that worded in a way aimed towards somebody out there potentially who may have information, who knows about the suspect but is keeping quiet? What? A, because they have close loyal ties to that individual or group, so they don't want to grass them up and basically loyalty? Or is it B, because they feel threatened and scared that if they do reveal the information, their life is in danger? Is that like how it's being worded? Is that the typical type of situation you would agree with when it's aimed that way? Because if it's not based off those two conditions, or at least condition B, it's as if at this point in the case, 200,000, 250,000, 300,000, whatever price it is like now, anyone that comes out with information now could be considered a little, I don't know, in a negative light, because certain impressions may be, what? You're coming out with information now when you could have done it earlier. Why have you only said it now? Or is it because the price is big enough to do so? You know, you're just letting it drag out a bit just to get a bit more money out of them. You see how it could go. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet, but if you had someone that was just waiting it out because they want more money, and then they reveal information, what does that say about them? Not much, does it? So, yeah, different ways of looking at it. Anyway, what's this? New flyer, please share everywhere. Be on the lookout for the interview Justin Rounds and Candice Cooley did with the Diesel Brothers. It should be released soon. Okay, there we go. Got a bit of confirmation. Coming soon, probably either on the Facebook page or most likely on the Diesel Brothers Heavy D's channel, because they have uploaded videos of the Dylan Round search before with Lance and Ty going to the mines, cinematic version, and then 3 to 4 months before that, visiting Candice Cooley for the first time and talking there and doing the flyby, flying over. Okay, so it could be one of two formats like that. But as I said, new flyer, and that's down below. Now, I saved the image so we can have a better look at it visually. Let's move on over to it. So here we are. This is the new flyer, also the new missing person poster of Dylan Rounds. I guess these will be stuck around, maybe on buildings, shops within the area, maybe Montello as well, right? One just small interesting point, okay? Do you know when Salty Pancakes went to Saddle Saw Bar at the time when after Dylan go missing? When Pancakes was there at the bar and also around the neighbourhood, did any of you see any missing person posters of Dylan Rounds? Did any of you? Because I didn't. And in a way, you would have thought they would have been plastered all over the place, right? Like, where are they? Kind of odd, because, you know, Saddle Saw Bar is a place Dylan Rounds would visit and go to regularly. So why was it not stuck in the window or on the door? Leave your thoughts down below, because it just randomly occurred to me just then. Anyway, this poster, as you can see, In terms of the design, it's kind of clean, it looks decent. And you might be wondering, who cares about the design? What's more important, the design or finding Dylan? Finding Dylan. But this is the thing. One of those things where you need the poster to look good and to stand out so it grabs people's attention. You know, there might have been several times, like in cities, in towns, wherever, you could be walking by, you see a piece of paper on a lamppost, on a door of a missing person, or maybe multiple over time. How many people walk past it and just glance past, not even give it a second thought, you know? But if you've got that one poster which is sharp, stands out, you know, it might catch someone's eye, they look, turn, read it, take it into account, they may know something, who knows. So it does play a part at the end of the day. As for this poster, you can leave your thoughts down below. What do you think of it, the style? You've got Dylan there, which is like basically the same picture most people use, as well as on YouTube. I use that one too. You've got a white highlight in the background of the outline of him to make him stand out clearer. It seems to be like a torn paper design, unless it's supposed to be rocks. I'm not too sure. The background appears to be of a pivot, as you can see, probably the one near Dylan's land or literally on his land, whichever one. Looks similar to the one seen in Dylan's TikTok video. You know, it's just as a background, farming related because he's a farmer. So that makes sense there. Up here, the font. Oh yeah, I forgot about that when you double tap on it. Dylan Rounds, missing. I will be honest, the font where it says missing, it's kind of hard to read. It might sound a bit silly, but it's kind of hard to read. I know it says missing because of my eyesight and because I know about this case, but if other people came across it, would they know what that says? Let me know your thoughts about the font. It just looks a bit scruffy compared to the text above it. Below it, it says, since the 5th, the 28th, 2022 from Lucin, Utah. Right, so the way it's constructed is, it says, Dylan Rounds, missing since the 28th of May from Utah at the time, okay? So this date is different to the one what we saw in that previous news article where it was saying Dylan went missing on the 25th. That was a load of rubbish, okay? On this poster, this is the correct date. This is the one that has been talked about quite often by Candice Cooley and others, okay? Dylan was missing on the 28th. We don't know what time in the day he truly went missing, right? It was 6:51 where the last heard from Dylan, the grandmother. After that, it went quiet. So it's still trying to figure out at what time in the day did Dylan get kidnapped, taken out, any bad event that happened, when. If you have an idea, feel free to list it down below. Or, you know, if you got like a rough estimate, just, you know, you might as well say it down below because who knows, it could help in some way. Okay? So yeah, we got the date there. That's all fine. That seems to check out. The midsection here, oh, fuck off. The midsection here, on the right-hand side, it's a bit hard to see. I'll have to drag it across. Age 20. See? Interesting. The reason why this is interesting, I'll just let go for a second. The reason why this is interesting is because just about every single news report and news article, literally every single one has said Dylan Rounds is 19 years of age. And it's like, why not update it to 20? He's 20 years old now, right? Look at Brenner when they do updates on him. For the most part of it, they say Brenner is 59 years old. When he was arrested, he was 58. So they're updating his age, but why not Dylan? Now, someone did mention a valid point recently. I think it might have been Glenn, and he said that, well, there's no point really in updating the person's age if they're likely presumed dead. Okay? I guess in most recent time, with the case being described as a homicide investigation, you'd think, oh, Dylan is no longer alive, so you might as well say he is 19 years of age. But how come in the past, let's say a month or two ago, whenever it was his birthday, Dylan's, before it was classified as a homicide case, why did they not update his age back then? When it wasn't presumed that he was dead, or there was no real confirmation, I guess, if you want to put it that way. And also, as a side note, another example is Kenny Veach, missing individual, missing since 2014, supposedly out in the Mojave Desert. From 2014 to now, if you are under the impression that he's out in the desert, you wouldn't think he's alive, right? If you hear about the mental health theories and all this and that bandwagons, you probably think, oh, he took his life out there. There's a few items to suggest he is out there, so you'd presume Kenny is dead under that, idea. And quite a few people think like that as well. So why is Kenny Veach's age still updated on the NAMOS report? He was like 46 years of age when he went missing. You go on the NAMOS report now, he's like 58, 59. So why is it updated if people think he's dead? If people think he's dead, then what's the point updating his age? How come Dylan's age on the NAMOS report from when I last looked was 19? Why is it on the news channels 19? Shouldn't that be updated anyway if he's, missing? Because I know, really, I guess it's only the police that would know. If they've got the evidence to prove that Dylan has been killed, then that explains that. But from an outsider's point of view, general public, it's like, well, Dylan is missing. Is he dead? Is he alive? Maybe more likely dead than alive. But is there any proof or real evidence to prove that Dylan is dead? No. Maybe the police do, but we haven't seen it yet. So all you can do is guess and think and come up with theories. And that's like how it was with Kenny Veach. People kept saying, oh, he's dead anyway. Oh, he committed suicide. Oh, the end. And it's like, how can you be so sure though? Do you have proof Kenny shot himself? Do you have proof of the gun? Have you found the bullet? Have you found his remains? No. There's no evidence, right? Another way of looking at it is there's no evidence to prove he's alive. There's no evidence to prove he's dead. So it cancels each other out, meaning it's down to theories and guessing. So different ways of looking at it, right? I'm not saying Dylan is 100% alive. I think it might be more slanted now that he isn't, right? But who knows? All kinds of strange things can happen, But yeah, looking at those stats, age 20, so they're keeping it up to date, they're keeping it relevant under the impression that he could be alive and somebody could spot him somewhere. It says height, 5'10", seems a bit more realistic, right? Weight, 160 pounds, eyes brown, hair brown. As for the eyes and hair, that's always remained the same across all platforms and flyers and posters. It's always been that. Though the height and weight has kind of varied a little bit, right? Like on the NAMOS report where it said Dylan is 6 foot and 145 pounds, and yet on here it says Dylan is 5'10", 160 pounds. These stats on screen, as well as the ones basically the same in the previous posters, I believe in them more than the NAMOS report, right? And I know some people do say, oh, it's just a rough estimate, it's just a guesstimate. And it's like, why do you need to do a rough estimate or guess if there are family members that know Dylan's height and roughly know his weight? There's no need to guess. You just ask the parents, right? So it doesn't really make much sense, that. But yeah, if you were looking at it now, could you agree that Dylan is 160 pounds still? No, I don't think he would be. I mean, I'm not saying about his remains because that's like obvious, but if he was alive, let's just say, I can't imagine him being of the same weight as usual. It's one of those things, if you're held captive or kidnapped, let's just say, you might not be fed at all, or you might only be given limited amounts of food and water, so you're going to lose weight, you're going to become a bit unhealthy. You've seen it, right? Before, you've heard of those stories, because you don't receive 5-star VIP treatment for most part of it. So, yeah. And it's one of those things where the stats on screen, even if people are doubting that he's alive, it's still worth keeping it fresh and updated, the stats and details, the age, the weight, the height, possibly, maybe even the clothing, if they decide to add that in, because for whatever reason, if somebody saw Dylan and then knew the stats roughly, they might be able to identify quicker than if you had less information to work from, okay? So, anything else? Well, also you got the reward money there. Get lost, there we go. The reward money, 200,000. The actual font and colouring of that could have been bigger, the text, or it could have been in a yellow font. The red kind of blends in with the darkness, doesn't stand out as much. And you could be like, so what, does it matter? The money part doesn't matter. It's all about finding Dylan. Well, I know that, but in terms of it, the way it's been advertised here and there on the posters, in the post on Facebook by Candice Cooley, by Jazz Yaz, they've like really, hyped it up, saying, now it's $200,000 with glittery stars and exclamation marks. It's like, hey, you, yes, you. You remember when it was 100,000? Well, scrap that. It's now 200,000. You better be ready. I hope you've got the information, because you can win this 200,000 reward. That's how it's appearing, okay? I know it's not the true intent, because at the end of the day, the family aren't really benefiting from this financially, definitely not, as well as, even if they do find Dylan, I guess the pain and stress along the way hasn't helped. But as the reward money goes up, and with no signs yet of people reaching out with proper intel, is it going to become like some bidding war where it's like, don't worry, we've now stepped up to 250,000. Oh, it's been matched. We're going up to $300,000 now. Anybody? 4,000, 450, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100, 1 million. And do we have a winner? Do we have a taker? Yes, we do. Sold. And here is the person. That's what it's kind of like, the way I interpret it, and like the language used here and there, which isn't great, to be fair. Because let's just say if Dylan was alive at a point and someone knew the information, but they chose a higher value reward money over telling people about Dylan being alive earlier on, then that is really messed up, right? But you can leave your thoughts down below about that stuff. But yeah, when you look at it zoomed out, if you walk past the profile, the picture of Dylan, that stands out on screen with the white highlight in the back. So you pick up on that immediately. The name as well, missing text, kind of hard to read if you've got wonky eyes, let's say. The reward money is a bit small, the font. It should be bigger, should stand out more. To be fair, the details about his height and age, they should have used like a black box or a yellow box or something, because that white text, it's a white background as well, /grey. So that white text is blending into the background. It doesn't stand out. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to read. What else down here? Just try and zoom in for a second. It says, for more information, you've got a QR code on the right-hand side, toll-free tip line, or finddylanrounds@gmail.com. Boxelder County Sheriff's, the phone number, and the NAM-US code down below. So that QR code, I guess you scan it, it gives you more information of Dylan. Very useful. It's definitely good having something like that on the poster due to technology nowadays and how people will operate. whether it be degenerates, millennials, same thing, or younger people, and they've got the phones glued to the hands like zombies. If they did come across the poster, they can just quickly scan it and then it's like, there you go, direct, straight to the point. So it just opens another opportunity and method for communication, cooperation, and spreading awareness or receiving information, give and take, that type of thing. As well, that QR code, if you remember, it was used on one of the billboards on one of the highways, one of the main ones out there where people come in and visit. So that's useful as well. So there's different forms of media and coverage. Despite no press conferences, formal interviews, and the police publicly speaking out properly earlier on and stuff, they've made up for it. Not them, but the family have found other ways, I guess, like this on here. Is there really anything else? So underneath the reward money, it says, for information directly leading to the safe return or arrest and conviction of person or persons responsible for the disappearance of Dylan Rounds. Right, okay. Maybe I misread it before on the Facebook page, but basically, okay, I kind of understand it now. So either the criminal is handed in or is arrested on the spot, and provided they are convicted, or the group of people, let's say if it's more than one, providing they're convicted and sent down and there is justice for Dylan, you get the $200,000 reward. So, okay, that makes sense, right? Because what's important is getting the people that done it in the first place and then also making sure that they pay the price, get sent down, and then the reward money can come after that. Now, I know in the past people have said that often the reward money isn't always handed out. I don't know if that's true or not. I know when you look on the FBI watch list and you see top 10 most wanted guys or females, whatever, and it could say $5 million, $25 million, and then it is updated and it says, the person's been captured now, they've been detained or they've been taken out, and it's like, did anyone ever receive that money then? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I guess time will tell if there is time for that. Is there anything else down below? It says, special thanks to Heavy D Sparks and Diesel Brothers for matching the family-funded reward of 100k for a total reward of 200k. It says, the flyer was created on the 10th, the 7th, 2022. Okay. And it says, missingamericannetwork.com. Missing America. So I assume, I don't know if it's a TV show, a TV channel, just simply a network online, some form of media platform. I guess it's just dedicated to missing people in America, right? If you can branch out and reach out to those platforms and those networks and get the name spread across wide, it can definitely help, I guess. Because of the press conferences and all that lacking, if you can find other ways around it, then there's no harm in doing that. Could argue, why was it not done earlier? Maybe they were being ignored, who knows? I think I do remember Missing in America was being talked about on the Find Dylan Rounds page a couple of weeks ago, I'm sure, saying, you should try reaching out and messaging them. And I guess it worked, right? I don't know who created the poster, though. That's not really been said. But all in all, there you go. That's the latest poster flyer of Dylan Rounds with the information printed on screen. Let me know your thoughts of it. Right, so the main reason why I wanted to share that with you is to document things along the way. Bear in mind, with me being 1 month late to the case, previously back then when I started off, obviously I would have missed out on certain details, developments, photos, media and all that. So kind of catching up now, you know, credit to the individuals. Don't know which person it was. I think it was Mello, maybe it was Julie, maybe it was someone else as well, who provided the posters, the pictures of the posters on the Facebook page in some kind of order, if you remember going through all that. Well, now we've got the latest one, which can be used by you, whether it be right now, in the future, whenever, if you want to compare to other posters, just in case there's any more inconsistencies, right? Because we might as well talk about it whilst we're here. Bear in mind, I'm probably a bit too late to the party, but welcome if you're currently here in the live chat. I forgot to mention it earlier on, apologies. As I said, you can share your thoughts and opinions as we do go along, or however long's left, I don't know, but you get the idea. So with those posters, you know, you can compare them, and like I said, inconsistencies. I know Mello said she's got a bit of a headache at the moment. You know, I can imagine, you know, after going through all of the information, you know, looking at article from article, video, interview over and over again, the likes of Mello getting a headache, the likes of other people getting a bit dizzy, trying to understand everything and comprehend it, the likes of the Shack lady who's spending 10 to 11 hours straight talking about the case, covering a range of different stuff. You know, all these people who are getting involved and absorbing all the information, it can get a bit too much, and you probably will end up looking something like this by the end of it. Yes, exactly. So, hello, how are you doing today? No, I'm not Shakespeare. I know I'm holding the skull, but that's just how things are at the minute. So, who are you? You know, I don't know who you are. I don't know why you're here. Can you explain? I don't know. Is he going to talk? Well, I guess it's one of those things, isn't it? Skeleton, pirate, possibly. Don't know if I can quite do that. Arr, shiver me timbers. Well, it looks like we got Why do I sound like an American pirate? What the fuck am I doing? Well, it looks like we got a problem right now. It appears that I don't know how to do a pirate voice, but never mind, it's all right. Right. So, when you're going through the case, it's very bad. You can get great headaches from it, and you have a complete meltdown. You see the information, and you see the dates, and it makes your jaw drop like that. Does it chatter with the teeth? Not quite, but I don't want to break it. You know what, this is plastic, but look how realistic it is. The most realistic looking skull I've got, and it's the cheapest one as well. That's really good. Does it pinch? Let me just see. Ooh, kind of. I'm just trying to think of an area to pinch. Forget that. Oh my God, you're biting me too hard. You're gonna leave marks. Yeah, don't quite work, does it? Does it bite the neck? Yeah. What we'll do on the spot, okay? This is just a little break time, okay? Hide, run away temporarily if you want. We will return properly very shortly, okay? Because whilst we're here, I just want to do a map analysis, rough overview if there's any places in Montello, okay, as well as the surrounding area, just to see if there's any bunkers, okay? More to that very shortly. Literally in the same video, we're going to return back in like 2-3 minutes, okay? Well, probably even less than that. I just wanted to try something. So, whilst we've got this skull here, okay, with its jaw and its biting ability, you look at its teeth, you know, does it need to go to the dentist? Are those teeth okay? Let me know in the chat. Are the teeth okay, or does the person need to see a dentist? I'm not sure. Open up. There you go. Creepy, isn't it? Yeah. So, if you know, I can't remember who it was now, to be honest. Was it Christie? Was it Moonshine? Moonshine, oh my God. Were they talking about the vampires? Who was talking about the vampires recently, biting and stuff? Because interestingly, that was mentioned back in the past with the Kenny Veach case. There was an individual that lived right in the middle of Transylvania, where the vampires are all at, and he was a monk. Was it a Romanian monk? Is that it? He's disappeared. He's gone on his journey or something, but he was present in the Kenny Veach case. A monk in Transylvania talking about vampires. He was all right. He was a good person. Hopefully he didn't get bit by a vampire in between. But isn't it weird how the vampire conversation always comes back? And I know another individual elsewhere talk about werewolves and vampires, and I'm sure someone said I look like a werewolf. That was before I was seen wearing that mask, obviously. So very interesting how you get these little crossovers. I know the main crossover in both the Kenny Veach and Dylan Rounds case is spirituality. All these people coming in left, right and centre. Even with the video coverage and the content creators on YouTube, Dylan Rounds, maybe Kylie Rodney, Kenny Veach, all these card readings, tarot cards, spiritual, paranormal communications, all of that. And then just simply viewers as well who might be interested in spirituality or a part of it. Interesting how you get these like links and crossovers there. But yeah, that aside, in terms of vampires, we can demonstrate, what do you call it, self-defense? Let's just call it on the spot. This is what, oh yeah, this is a new introduction, okay? Don't get too excited, okay? Make sure you grip tight onto your seat, okay? This is the first ever Warlike Wrath self-defense class, okay? How to deal if you get attacked by a vampire, okay? So let's just set the scene. Fucking hell, I look like the vampire myself with this red cape on. Just unrobe myself. No, that sounds wrong. Never mind. And okay, so you've got the, just imagine that was a vampire. Obviously it's not one because it's a skull, but it's the only usable prop I have here. Okay, and just imagine, I need to try and get my, oh, got that fucking lump on my neck. That's the Adam's apple, so don't worry. Oh shit, there's someone outside in the garden next to me. Don't look at me, there's nothing to see here. Yes, I'm holding a skull and it's gonna bite my neck. Oh well, never mind, this is kind of awkward. So, you got a vampire, open, well, who's to say it's a vampire? Could be anyone, right? Never mind. So, it leans in, it's like, I'm gonna take a bite. Opens its jaw. Oh, damn. It actually fits as well. You see that? Oh, God. And it's trying to lock its jaw right on my neck, trying to bite. Oh, yes. Come on. You're not trying hard enough. You know, should be biting hard than this. And anyone watching, make sure to take notes, okay? So you perform better than this individual is. So you can't quite get a grasp. Ooh, that's actually hurting a bit now. Okay. Does it pull away? Oh my God, look at the skin. Look, you can see it. Ah, that's gone quite red all of a sudden. So maybe that's the blood being drawn out. Ooh, how could you do that to me? How could you? So it's one of those things where it depends the jaw like that. Oh shit, I forgot. I was supposed to be telling you about the self-defense thing. And instead I've just sat here allowing myself to get bit. That was clever. Well, how would you do it anyway? Because can I rotate it the other way? Let's say it was this way round, that they were reaching behind you. Let's say they were behind you, up close, grab you or something by the neck. And then they start biting like that. I can't do it back to front. There you go. If it's this way, all you have to do is like right in the eye, like that. That'll put them off, that'll scare them. Or pinch your nose, and then they should release. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, man. too advanced. If that was really complex, don't worry, I'm going to provide a simpler course shortly. It's going to be very simplistic. I know that was a lot to take in. That was a lot of information, man. You know, I don't even blame you if you got a headache right now, but your mind is spinning as much as when you're trying to analyze the Dylan Rounds case. Shit, I've added to your problems. This is a complete disaster, man. It's complete fraud. Oh my God. I'm going to get all these negative reviews and criticisms now saying, warlike wrath. More like warlike fraud. He's a complete disaster, man. Oh my God, he's such a liar. God. Don't worry. Whoa, shit. Why do I look so intense all of a sudden? That skull really made me change colour almost. Right, so I think we should start getting back to reality and moving on to that map analysis. Google, I think. Wait, I'm sure I can hear some noise. Oh no, he's back again. He's fucking biting me, man. Get off. I've had enough of you. The party is over. Oh my God, it's so wrong of you to be biting me like this. Can't seem to get enough. So I wouldn't be surprised if this fucking skull has some embedded link live stream to all those dodgy accounts out there. They're probably thinking, oh God, we need to take Ref out. This is the assassination attempt #1. Great. Right. Does anyone have a spare magic wand? Harry Potter! Where are you? Where I need you? Where's his wand? Where's Snape? Mr. Potter, I am deeply disappointed with your recent actions. Please go to the chambers right now. Cleo, where are you? Yeah, okay. If Cleo is currently here right now, okay, can you get your wand out, please, and deal with this individual currently biting me? And yes, I know, you might secretly think this is very funny, but I'm not laughing. I don't approve of a skeleton lodging its mouth around my neck. Not at this moment in time, okay? It's not even a real person, it's a fucking skeleton. It's dead on the inside and out. So, I'm so tired right now. Can you please use your wand, Cleo? Cleopatra, please. Can you release me from this individual, please? Okay? Oh, do I feel its jaw untightening a little bit? Oh. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wow. I think we can progress on moving on now, right? So here we are, finally back to the structured videos like this, aside from all the news stuff. I know that can get a little bit boring going through all the articles and writing. Now we've got something a bit more visual. Bear in mind, when I do tap this and you see the little dots that appear, oh, we do have some near Montello. Yes, well, that's good in a way. You see these dots over here? Can you see them? Little small circular spheres close to Dylan's place of living up there, as well as down here. Pilot Peak, a couple of them, you get some good views, and Graham Peak. If you would like to see them, I did do a previous video covering that extensively. Some interesting images and things found along the way, okay? So I will provide a link right now in the chat, just to remind myself, okay? And then you can watch it after this, okay? Or whenever. So, yeah. Right, so, with that in mind, any other dots on the Lucin side which I've not looked at yet? Well, where's that military base as well? Got to take that into mind. Oh, wait, is that the military base or is that something else? It's hard to try and memorize everything, right? Let's just do this one down here just very quickly, because I've not done this one yet. Just to see it from this perspective inside of Lucin. I know I'm supposed to be doing Montello, but got a bit carried away. Oh, okay. Whoa, what's happened to that person? What's happened to the leg? Oh my God! He's twisted in half, man! That ain't right. He needs reassessing. He needs to see a doctor right now. Look at that leg. is almost walking away from his own body. That is not normal. But then again, it's getting near to Halloween, so maybe anything is possible. No hearts, barred, can't speak. Anyway. Oh, what's that down there? Hey, yes. There we go. Look, this is very relevant right now in recent time. This is good, okay? So, oh look, Travis Perkins. Why does that sound like a name of a shoe design? Oh, I'm thinking of Travis Scott. Oh, God. But look at the profile picture. You got a cat. You got a kitty cat. So that'll excite a few people. There you go. As for the dog, kind of been a bit piss poor, right? You know, I've been a bit of a bitch. I can't seem to get the proper rough dog out of me. And that sounds a bit weirdly worded. But you know, you want to... when you... I'm going to melt down now. When you're doing a dog impression, okay, it's one of those things where sometimes to get the best impression, you almost got to literally pretend you are a dog, okay? So, facial expressions, grit your teeth. You got to bend over backwards. You got to get on your knees. You got to look up and bark like that. Yeah. You know, like that. Finally, we've got the intensity behind it. It's about time. It actually echoed the room when I did that. I know some people were saying that recently, or at some point when I did do the dog sound, the quieter one. People said their dog started playing up or something, or the cats. Hopefully I don't start a cat-dog fight anywhere right now. Okay, hopefully not. But getting back to this is on the Lucin side, okay? Get an idea of the area, very hilly and mountainy. I don't think they're actual words, but I've created them. You look at the landscape, look how much clearer it is here compared to when we were up near the mountain border. You can see a bit more going on. How it goes up and down. You see the vegetation, right? And then over this way, you can see that over there. Satellite, aerials, whatever you call it. I don't think it's military. No, it wouldn't be, because you wouldn't be able to get this close to it, right? Can't quite make out where the military base is. I know it will be somewhere, obviously, but, you know, it's been a while since I looked at that. Is it down there? I don't know. It looks like there's something down there. Also, it's worth taking in mind, can we see the chop shop? Can't quite make it out. Depends which angle or which way it's coming from, right? Yeah. No, I can't quite find it. Well, never mind. Now, as I was saying, what was relevant? Interestingly, you got this like little monument or beacon, whatever you call it, stones, rocks on top of one another. There's also a little plaque there. Can't read it from that angle, but it's interesting. It's like a dry stone one, isn't it? No cement, concrete used, right? But then look down here. This individual has got a drone. What's that called? Spy combo. Ooh, spying. Naughty. But you get the idea, don't you? Look at that drone. Why does that look like an Xbox controller? I don't know. But it kind of brings that idea into mind. You know, that drone there, I have no clue how much it would cost. $400, $500, $200. In the chat right now, give me your best guess. What do you think? How much do you think that drone would cost on screen right now? It does have a camera, but what's the quality of the camera? And does it have different filters? Does it detect soil disturbance, or is this a lesser one? Because I'd say it's probably a lesser one, no offence, compared to the one what Candice has got, which costs like $14,000 and above. I don't think this one does there in that little cardboard box. But you get the idea of the drones. And, you know, even though they're all differing in prices, they all look kind of the same. So, you know, it's just one of those things. In terms of looks, can be deceiving, I guess. But yeah, I guess that drone was probably just used here to get an overall view of the area. Oh, look on the ground, you got some stones and rocks, loose ones. Interesting. A few piled on top of one another, unless it was just spare pieces of rock for that monument, maybe. But you look at that one there, and it kind of looks black in the middle, so like coal, or someone's had a fire, like a small little fire pit. Don't know who did it. Not sure. And is that a bit of metal sticking out of the ground? I don't know. Interesting. So there's not too much going on here, but you get the idea. Let's just click that way because it always rotates me when I'm doing this. Anywhere else we need to look at? Let's just do this final one just for now. Because this is, I think, Box Elder County region. It's like nearer to where Robert Aviles was arrested. Not directly here, but nearby. Interesting. You know, it's one of those things where it all looks the same. I know it's like the same place, but you see the extent of the terrain and how long it goes out for. Because sometimes you get these deserts, okay, it goes on and on, but then it starts changing ever so slightly. Maybe more vegetation now. Oh, a forest is now appearing. Kind of like with the Nevada desert, Mojave Desert, Jerme Canyon. It's very dry, rocky, bumpy, uneven on the ground, uneven if you're walking. It's rough, right? But you keep going north, the further you get, you eventually get to Hidden Forest Trail, and that's where it becomes more of a tourist place where hikers are more likely to visit, gather, proper trails, proper woodlands, cabins, more springs. So you can see how it changes, but when you look in here, it just looks exactly the same as it does near Dillon's land. Now, I don't know if this is freshly planted or what, but it looks patchy, doesn't it? It's starting to grow in areas. But what's that there in the middle? Is that just a plank of wood? I don't know. Just stood out to me. I don't know. But yeah, there's just not much going on. Guy just parked up just to get the photos in and stuff. Okay, fair enough. Anywhere else? Nothing in Park... Oh, actually, this near to Park Valley. I think we can do that sometime. Anything in Ogden? Well, it's just mainly Street View, and we'll know all about that, man. Yes, I know you want to click on it. Ooh, do I click on it now? Do I not? Oh, not yet. Be patient. Wendover. What's down here, though? Now, this is the area where Aidan Clune went missing, right? If I'm correct in saying. Let's just take a quick look just to see what it looks like. Oh, okay. Oh my God! What a great idea! I'm gonna take a photo on a railway track and then I'm gonna get run over by it. Is it? It can't be in use, can it? Oh, whoa! What's happened here with his legs? Where's his body? Well, I know where his body is. It's spread across the desert terrain after being hit by a fucking train, leaving his legs remaining in place as a reminder you don't step on railway tracks when you're taking photos. Oh my God, that's messing my throat up right now. I don't know how the shack lady can last so long when talking. Probably got a coffee on standby. Yeah. I'm not having a coffee. I'm having a more advanced one. This can't be an active railway track because it looks knackered. Yeah, look at that. It's like overgrown as well. So it looks all safe, and you know, you see it's just messed up. Not in use whatsoever. It's actually buried as well. But then you look over that way. There's another railway track in parallel to the one in use, the main one. So maybe this is just like an old one which is no longer in use, I guess, probably. Well, obviously, yeah. So, I don't know from what angle exactly because I've not looked too deep into it, but around this area, I guess this was where he would have gone on to the Cherry Mountains, if it's called that. Aidan Clune went missing. There's probably other depths to him in terms of possibilities, whether it be coming across the wrong crowd of people or person, his own psychological issues going on which might have compromised him, or his judgment, his thoughts and stuff and actions. There's different things to take in mind. I might cover Aidan Clune at some point. I just wanted to share this with you at the moment, right? Just whilst we're passing through the area, because there's no harm in doing that, right? Was there another one? Oh, why is it rotating? Is it anywhere? Oh, one more. Oh, and before I forget, I've got to do that attempt of Johnny Depp or Jack Sparrow, whichever one it is, okay? Because I keep forgetting, and I know some people mentioned it. Yeah, that's why I brought the skull with me, kind of, to remind me earlier on in the video, if you remember. I did the pirate impression, which turned into an American. I think I'm transitioning into an American, whether I like it or not. But yeah, how do you do the Captain Jack Sparrow? It's like, where's the rum gun? Where's the rum gun? I am walking on the tracks and I cannot see anything there. Parley, where are you? Where are you? I'm trying to look for you. Oh, there's no more rum. It's because I've drunk it all. That's my fault, right? Right. Tell me, does that sound like Johnny Depp? Or does it sound like his character, Jack Sparrow, in the comment section? Let me know right now. Either I sound like a complete fool or I'm getting there, okay? My name's Jack Sparrow. I'm a little bit drunk right now. Let me know, okay? Let me know what you think. Does it sound like Jack Sparrow or not? Oh, wow. So yeah, you got just like remains of wood scattered about. I guess that wood was once for the track and it was probably swapped out in the past when changing and just dumped on the side. That's interesting now, because we've not really seen any abandoned railway tracks up until now, because with the whole Lucin, with the railroad community being abandoned with time, and it's like, well, where's the old tracks, where's all the old material like that? And you had the main railway track near to Dillon's grain shed, just a bit north on the other side of the wash, but that's in use, isn't it? It goes into Montello, but now we've finally got an abandoned one. So that just provides another perspective of the area being kind of abandoned and forgotten in a way. Okay, so we'll move over to Montello right now. It appears that there is a few people, y'all in Utah. I think that's how y'all say it, Utah. Well, maybe not. But we're going down to Montello right now, man, and my voice is going a bit all out of place. Going down to Montello. Where's the Santa bar, man? Okay. So, we've seen this before. Wait, is that a swimming pool? What is that? I've not really focused on it before. Is that a pond? A pool? Well, I don't think it is a swimming pool. It looks like it's filled with water. If any of you know, let me know. I've not really seen it before. Just picked up on it randomly just then. Interesting. One other thing just before I continue, because before I forget. One person in the past said I sound like Loki. Loki from the Marvel films in the past. I don't know. Maybe it's just their interpretation. I can demonstrate it as we go along in the video, and also let me know if it does sound like Loki or not, okay? You'd probably be wondering, when are you going to actually say it? Because of all the bloody voices I've done, which one's which? Understandable. I'll try it now. So, my name is Loki. We are currently in Montello. What are we doing here? Well, I will let you know right now. We are on the search for images of locations we have not discovered yet, places we have not seen visually, though I am here to guide that light so we can find out. You know, the more I do that impression, it sounds nothing like him, but maybe you think differently. Let me know down below. Let me know, tell me, okay? Speaking of which, my throat is feeling a little bit rough at the moment. So it doesn't seem quite right. Hold on a second. Right. It appears we've got a problem about now. I think that goddamn skull ended up fucking me up so bad, man. Oh my god. Oh no. I changed to a vampire, haven't I? This is not good. It's not good. Stop talking to me. I can't talk. That is I can't talk to me. Bit there. Change this. Why are my shoes so yellow? What has gone on here? Yeah, you've got to use your personation account. And now, I've turned to a vampire. I do not deserve this. Oh my god! I'm not telling right now. I need to go to my manager. I need to report him. But in the meantime, we need to go back to your Montello map analysis. Oh my god, I took a photo out. Shit. Right. Oh no, I lost my teeth. Oh no. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Right. We're back now. God, my mouth is sore after the teeth being put in. You know, I thought they would have fit, but they didn't. Those teeth, those fangs were big in my mouth, and I started saying a lot. I thought I had a big gob. Well, I guess it's proof that I don't. Oh, it's so good, isn't it? Okay. How do you do a vampire voice, though? Oh, I'm glad you have come. Welcome to my castle. I don't know, that just sounds Russian, to be honest. Right, let's continue. So, Montello, where's it gone? There was actually a marker somewhere, right? Oh, it's not that one, is it? Oh no, is it that one which we looked at last time? I think it is, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, okay, shit. No, we don't want 2D. Right, so we've looked at these two markers here, so we don't need to do that again. So I guess you need to be zoomed in to an extent. What's that down there? I don't know if that's a glitch. Weird. You need a certain zoom level to be able to see the dots. And I just don't understand why there's no dots. Like, do people not visit Montello or the outskirts? Why is Lucin, which is more of a ghost town, more visited and recorded? Oh, we got that one down there. I know, because we've looked at that one already. What about that one there? No, in that subsection, it just doesn't seem to be much going on. You got the 80 highway. Now, which highway was people talking about when it comes to the hitchhikers? I know the Shack lady said about hitchhikers on the highway. Was it on her channel, her video, where there was a certain highway which is known for a lot of bad stuff going on? Can't remember. Oh, do you know what? Whilst we're here, because it is, I don't know if you still call it Montello because the town's down here, but let's just do this one up here for the sake of it. It's a bit further away, but it's on the Nevada side. It's the closest we can get aside from the other two markers we've previously looked at, okay? We might as well whilst we're here. Ooh, look at this. Okay, this is actually interesting, this, because could this be a hunter, possibly? There we go. In a way, it's relevant again because, you know, with the whole hunting season and that awareness and those flyers, like what Candice Cooley was saying, you know, hunters, be on the lookout for possibly Dylan, remains of someone whilst you're out there. So this could be like an example of that. So this should be the Montello side. I don't know if it's even possible to be able to see Montello from here. You got the mountainous area over that way with the trees. Bear in mind, whilst we're looking at these boots on ground photos, the main aim is to look for any possible caves, entrances, bunkers, additional mines and mine shafts, just in case Ty and Lance haven't come across them, let's say. And this might help, right? Can't see too much. There's a lot of vegetation though in the distance. A lot of mountains surrounded by, up close, almost like the same, texture as before. God, this guy's definitely blending in with the terrain. You can't even see him. Now you look at that rifle, maybe, is that the same rifle what Ty Corbin has? Or is that one different? I know the colouring's different. The one Ty's got, I think, is black, and this one's, the wood colour, original wood. It's got some like padding, I think, on the stock. I don't know what type of scope it is. But yeah, definitely one of those hunting rifles. What gear does he have? He's got a backpack, that typical hunter's one with the camouflage on it, if you call it that. Binoculars, hiking poles. Okay. Probably just on a hike. Maybe even just taking his rifle just for protection. Now, this is the thing. If you're hiking in Montello or Lucin, what is the wildlife like? Okay, you might get the cows, you might get the sheep, but is there anything else out there? Like any dangerous animals in which you need to take a gun for protection? Do any of you know? Feel free to leave a comment in the chat right now. As for mountain lions, I know in Nevada, such as the Mojave Desert, you've got the mountain lions, which can be dangerous. The hikers who were looking for Kenny at the time out there never seemed to come across any mountain lions live on the spot or caught on camera, which was interesting. I know in the past, in 2021, when the weather was really hot and must have been like some kind of drought going on in Nevada, like Las Vegas and the desert, Mojave, I think it was that bad of conditions that the mountain lions ended up walking into the city area because of the temperatures and stuff. So that could have put some people at danger, at risk, right? But I don't know what the wildlife is in Montello. Sure, you get the hunting, but can you just walk out there peacefully without getting attacked or torn to shreds? I don't know. Oh, there's two markers there. Let's do this one as well. Oh, why do I click on the same one as I was on before? I always do that. What an idiot. Is it this one? No street view available. What? Right, here you go. So I guess it's just closer, the image. What's that in the sky? Oh, it's a branch of a tree. I was like, what's that? Got a dirt road down there as it winds in and out. Yeah, there's not really much to look at, to be fair. I guess it's one of those things, depending on who you are. I mean, if you're a local, you'd probably be okay, but visiting the area and you've got limited items with you and you walk around and you're like, whoa, where are we going? Like, everything looks the same. Kind of like when you're in a woodland. But I know one of the key lines Lance said was you look out for the mountains and the peaks and you use them for the directions. If you're going towards one and it's the one you know of and it's where you live, then you're heading in the right direction and so on. So it's useful. It is, definitely. And then over here you've got like another marker, but it's like way afar. Is this is that like a wash nearby or not? Let's have a quick look at this. Ooh. What's going on here? So you got the mountains in the distance. It looks like there's like some buildings as well on the ground. Lower down. Might be farms. Got the snow as well, different time of the season, I guess. Looks very dark and rough, doesn't it? The clouds as well forming. And I think that's mist as well over there, if I'm correct in saying. Look at that mountain. You got this dirt road as well. A couple of them. So what's this all about? What is this building? Do any of you know? Looks like it's got some graffiti on it, on the side. I think there might be a few more images of this area, so we'll just have a quick look at it, okay? Do any of you know? Is it an old fortress, barracks, an old house, home? Looks like it's got the foundations. And as well, there's like a gap underneath, so can you fit underneath it or something? Get underground? I don't know. It's weird. Like, most of it has been knocked down, but the base structure is still there, so it's like, why? If you're gonna knock it down, why still keep the archway entrance there as well? And there's like a patch there, so could that have been like a small shed? Maybe? It's hard to tell, but if any of you know about this, leave your thoughts down below. Oh, some people there as well. Are they from... Oh, I thought they were prison convicts. No, they're not. Because they're wearing orange. That's what I just thought of. There's like bits of scrap as well. What the hell's that? It's like... Oh, no. Oh, my God. It's a towel. No, a towel in the desert. Oh, it's going to get all muddy. It's going to be weathered. Look at that poor towel. You know, that towel is homeless. It should be put in a hotel. You know, it needs rescuing, you know? Is anyone going to rescue that? Anyone going to save that towel? Maybe it's too late. Let's just see if there's any more. Because look, you can see it from here, can't you? Look at that. And there's a few more structures nearby. That one as well. Is there any markers of that? Oh, there is. Let's just try this one quickly. Wow. What is going on here? Let me know if you know what it is. To me, it seems like some, maybe military thing, or... Yeah, the archway over there. It's weird. Got some grids as well on top. A lot of loose bricks and rubble. It's got those spikes in, so it's kind of modern, right? The construction of it. So it'll only date back a certain point. Well, look at that. You can see like all the writing on the side where people have etched it in. Travis. Oh no, it says Tyler. Tyler, what are you doing there, Tyler? Yeah. So if any of you know what this is, the area, feel free to name it down below if you want to talk about it too. There's a heart down there on the side of the wall. Wasn't expecting to come across this. Interesting. Any other markers possibly? What's this back one, if it works? There's a pole there. What does that say? Not quite sure. Oh, wow. You see that archway is the entrance, and then there's a staircase that goes underground. That's kind of spooky, that. That's kind of weird. What is underground? Oh, did he actually get a photo inside? I hope they did. I'm not too sure. Try that midsection one. Come on, be underground, be underground. Yes, there we go. So the entrance is up there and it comes down on both sides. Wow. What is going on here? Is this some kind of bunker? Some kind of military base? Oh, there's a dog there on the wall. Definitely abandoned. And it's kind of collapsed on itself as well. You see the structure. It's broken away. Wow. Definitely abandoned. Looks good as well. A lot of graffiti as well. Yeah. Okay. The yin and yang back there. Right, I think that's enough of that. So there you go, that's something else new. Obviously a bit too far away from Montello, but as best can be done. Because for some reason, there just doesn't seem to be any other points. Only on the Lucin side. It's weird how the Lucin side is so much more active. Still a good thing though, it means there is other possibilities and areas to look at, right? And you've also got Devil Playgrounds as well in Lucin. I know Tineland's been talking about that recently. Oh well, look at that rock. Doesn't it look a bit like a dinosaur head or a lizard head? That's interesting. That one there. It's like a mouth of one. Spooky. A few rocks. I mean, would you get a bunker here? Probably not. I mean, it looks a bit uneven, the ground. You got to think of getting to it in the first place, ease of access, whilst also keeping it somewhat concealed, right? Yeah. Is there any other photos we could take a look at though, which could reveal something we've not seen? Murdoch Mountain. Is there any photos? Oh, there could be. Only one? Wow, I've got a photo of Murdoch Mountain. Not even in the mountain, I'm in a car. Great. So I assume that's Murdoch Mountain over there. Seems to have like a few buildings over that way, I think. Must have been someone just passing by. 2022, kind of recent, whatever. I've done Montello right in terms of the pictures. Or have I? I'm not sure. Have you seen this photo before? 2017. Adam Blyven. He looks like Outlaw TV. Yeah. What do we have here? Actually, was that there last time? Cowboy Barn Cafe and then that bill now. What does that say? Gayer than ever. What? Does that say gayer? Or slayer? I think I've read it wrong. Black and white. It's just like a filtered photo to make it seem all old cowboy western. There you go, you got that building there. Still don't know what that is. I forgot. Did someone say that someone was hiding out in there or there was something locked up hidden? There's another angle. The windows are covered though. Utah Construction Company, and next to it should be the bar. Yeah, is that it of that? Yeah. Just wanted to go over places which I might have not covered much before. West Wendover with all the buggies. McDermott. Elko County. Tonopah. Goldfield. Spring Creek. Yeah, we're going off track now. Anything else can think of? Is there anything? Because sometimes one of those things where you don't type in the area, you might not get certain stuff even when you... Like if I just randomly tap the screen, does it actually do anything? Is there any hidden buttons or anything? Oh, loading Street View. What did I do then? I don't know. Wait, is it going to do something? Is that? It's, the suspense. Ah, why does it do that to me? That's so annoying. Is there any mountainous areas I did not look at properly? Bald Eagle Mountain, isn't that the one without the pictures on it? Oh, get off. Get off, man. Too late. Yeah, we've seen that one before. Yeah, we have. It's on the other side where Tinelands are looking. But Bald Eagle Mountain itself, no pictures, it's blank, empty. So, really, the only way you can do it, and it's what I have been doing all this time for most part of it, is simply, whoa, we're looking the wrong way. That direction made me really dizzy then. That's ultimately the best way of doing it. It's a mountainous area, it's 3D, it stands out, and then you get as close as you can to it and assess. And I think there's probably certain areas you can write off in terms of a bunker being present, such as this bit, Pilot Peak, due to how steep it is, very extreme, no access points, no roads, can't be there. Lower down, there's a few pathways, I guess, but it's low to the ground. People could walk past it, drive past, and it would give it away. So if it's going to be within the area, it's most likely going to be over here, possibly Killian Springs, Bald Eagle Mountain, further to the left, I think. Yeah. Like, if these bunkers were done, put aside Kurt Wadsworth because we don't know about him, it kind of goes back and forth. Do you think if there is a bunker out there in the mountainous region, do you think it's near to Brenner's burnt down trailer? So like when Brenner used to live in that trailer in Montello, he had a bunker out there nearby so he could go to visit, store and hide weapons, maybe money and other personal items. Do you think that's possible? Kept it nearby so it's easy to access, time efficient, maybe? I'd say so, personally. I know he went to Lucin in the end and started living there, so maybe he didn't go back to the bunker. And as well, if they did find the bunker, let's say Tyne Lance, is it going to be locked up? Like lock and key, padlocked, a bolt, or is it just left open? I don't know, because like with Dylan and how he's been with some of his equipment, he's not locked it, so do people follow the same attitude, or was it just Dylan? It's just worth taking in mind because, yeah. And also, final question, again, I can do this possibly in a poll. If there is a bunker out there, do you think that's where Dylan has been taken? Because this bunker has not been found yet. It's concealed, it's hidden. Who knows where it is? And if you can't find it, that's probably a good place to where you'd put Dylan, right? It's just worth taking into mind. I do understand other people have mentioned about other people saying that the bunker just doesn't exist and it's a load of rubbish. But Ty and Lance seem to believe it exists, and that's one of the reasons why they're out there searching. So, who knows? I don't know if like satellite imagery would help if you looked back at a different time, a different date, more so when there was less vegetation growing. So if you're going to do an aerial view, you might get a clearer look, less obstructions in the way, right? But all I would say is if there's going to be a bunker, it's got to be somewhere where there's roads like this near Bald Eagle Mountain, swirls in and out, possibly park up at a certain area, get out, walk, and then, bury something. Is that a rock? Probably. Because it's like one of those things where you look at it and you think you can see everything in view, in sight. So where is it? Why can't I find it? Where is it? Where is it? And it's like just one of those things. Sure, you've got a small 3D model of the place here on screen, but you can only see so much. Just think about all the mines. They say there's thousands upon thousands of mines and mine shafts, and ultimately, how many mines have I found and shown to you in my map videos? Virtually none, because they're difficult to find, and I can actually demonstrate it right now. So, in a weird way, we're actually going to the Kenny Veach case on the spot, okay? Probably going to seem a bit weird, this, going back to that. And obviously to people that don't cover the case. Jome Canyon, Las Vegas, here, okay? Nearby, you had that Red Bull City or something with the body in the wash in Arizona. But yeah, Las Vegas here. You go further up, Sheep Peak there. You got Jome Road, which is here. That road there winds in and out, connects onto the main road here, right? Okay. Jome Canyon. I'll flip the screen as well because then you can get like lower down to it. Jome Canyon is here, and this is the land where a couple of hikers have gone through over time looking for Kenny and where Kenny was himself. And one of the things, you see the terrain, it looks much flatter, smoother, but it's very rocky, hilly, and you see it's on a gradient, right? On a gradient all the way up there to Wild Horse Pass. Now, in terms of the mine shaft, you'd be thinking, where is it? Like, if I said, find it now on screen, could you find it? Probably not, okay? Wild Horse Pass there. Zoom in. And it's one of those things, like, I've not looked at it for a while, to be fair. Rotate it that way, because originally there was supposedly reports of bones being found nearby, which is a little bit sketchy, to be honest. Looks like there's stitching as well of two different images as well. That's interesting. You see how hard it is to find? Basically, the actual marker to signify it's the mine is a small brown dot. That's all it is, right? Doesn't seem to show on the spot here. Interesting. I mean, I could load up a project right now which would have the marker on it, but then that's cheating, technically. Yeah, why can I not find it? That's so annoying. Especially on the spot. Probably because I've not looked at it for a while. But you get the idea. It's within this area, and it's hard to find because it's not that. I always used to think it was that, but it wasn't. It's further up this way. Oh, that's really annoying me, that. I'm going to be obsessing about it. Where is it? Where's it been hidden? I'm sure I said it was on one of the ravines. Well, not ravines. Well, I guess you could call it ravine. And it was almost adjacent to here. It's not, I don't know, because I can't check the dates and stuff, but is it, have they updated the maps, possibly, of this area? I'm not too certain, to be fair. Where is the other spot of interest? Depends if it can be found or not. Wagon Gap. There's supposedly a spy plane over this way, but even that's difficult to find as well. Oh well, I can align it all another time, but you get the idea. It's difficult to find certain stuff, especially mines. So if you've got a bunker, depending on the entrance point, that could be difficult as well. Right, so I think that's it. Bit of a wacky video here and there, but main point is you've got the new poster and flyer of Dylan Rounds. Let me know your thoughts of what you think about that in the comment section, as well as like other ideas about Montello, the surrounding area, the landscape, possibility of bunkers and other mines out there, okay? Listen down below. I've got quite a bit of neck ache right now. It's probably from being bitten as well, so that didn't help. And yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you next time. For now, goodbye.